And here we go. Hopefully, do we have sound this time? Wait. We do. Okay.
There.
All right. Awesome. Welcome to another episode of Baldur's Gate: Descent into Avernus. This is session 10. We are joined tonight by Addix, Raj, Toasty, and Ben. Sabi will join us hopefully later. We'll see. He's having internet issues, so he might popped in the middle of the session. But yeah, we'll hopefully we'll see him. We'll see our paladin friend. But anyway, why don't we get started? Do you guys want to? Do you guys want to like give a like at least tell me where you guys think you left off, or where we left off, so I can start from there?
Well, we finished the dungeon on the ship.
Okay.
And weren't we going to go see Zaj? But I don't think we actually did.
I think
It
was just right after you found
I don't think we left the boat, but yeah, we found Vero, and then
Right.
We ended up learning that there's a place called Keurig's boarding house, which is apparently near the Bosom. I got that.
That's right.
So yeah, we were gonna figure out where.
Dude, find a letter.
Yeah, there was I think I gave you a couple of letters. I just wanted to. Okay.
Did we go back, or did we want to go back and search the rooms we skipped on our way out?
we could now that we have it cleared.
On deck.
I'm gonna say you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you did. Just because.
Oh. Okay.
Just because I already got rid of the dungeon page. But
No problem.
But yeah, I can essentially the rooms have yeah, let's go from there. Let's start from there. So yeah, it's been so you guys after the dust settled and your various encounters with the Dead 3 in the Poisoned Poseidon, you guys kind of, you know, helped Vero up, and you took him to like the deck of the ship as you kind of like explored here or there the different rooms that you left without, you know, without pilfering as you went through the tannery. And you managed to find just more missives, more letters on different descriptions of victims of that, you know, that the Dead 3 has been hunting. And essentially it's been the same thing, just various letters addressed to hold on, let me go check it out real quick. Various letters addressed to, and I will tell you in a second. I had the letters. Where are they addressed? Yeah, okay. So they were addressed to Remigio, which you all assume it was the dude that you guys killed who was working on that body. And each of the letters had like descriptions of people. So like the letter you guys found downstairs that was next to the body that Remigio used to you know, to try to attack you guys. It had the name of the person, the description, and where they lived, if they lived in the city or if they were a refugee. So it either said residence or if it was a refugee. And then it said relation. And it's usually, it was either great grandmother or like great grandfather, like some type of family relationship. And then a place, you know, essentially a directions to get to their place or wherever they're at, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So you so Vero thinks as you guys were going through these documentations, Vero thinks that these were used by the people that you just killed as directions for their kill squad to kill them, if that makes any sense, and then drop the bodies around Baldur's Gate. So yeah, you guys just managed to get to the deck of the Poisoned Poseidon. You rummaged through the tannery, and now the place is kind of full of flaming fists. They kind of got there and started to, picking up the bodies of the dead 3 that you killed, and essentially just taking stock of the situation. And as you kind of like get to the corner and just rest for a bit, get a little bit of a respite of the whole thing, you see Zaj walking towards you, and he kind of like he doesn't clap, but he kind of like puts his hands together and then just looks at you all and just say like, I gotta say, you folk get results. I'm glad to see you're still of the world of the living, especially you, Varo. And then Varo kind of like smiles but grimace at as he kind of is holding on to you, Rika. His injury still, he's still visibly injured. What do you guys say?
I'll kind of just speak up quickly, and I'll look at them and say, I do appreciate you lending these folk to me. They did do a very good job, and I'm definitely glad that we had a successful trip here. As I look over to Varo.
Yeah, I'm very grateful, and he kind of like motions you to like move him so that he could like stare at Claudius, Talia, Daniel, and Zan, and the rest of the crew. Thank you so much for saving me. I don't think I would have survived my escape attempt if it wasn't for you guys. So I'm really thankful. And he sort of bows his head a little bit.
It's no problem.
Just another week.
Just another week. And what does Claudia say?
We're happy to serve the lawful fists here.
And the Saj is like, all right, I'm glad that you guys, I'm glad that you guys were successful. We still need to do some, some inventory, grab some evidence, take care of the bodies of your body count. If you guys don't have, do you guys have any information for me? Anything that you have found out while you were, rescuing Varo here?
I think Kalia found a few things.
Yeah, I forgot the name of the building already.
Your exporting house?
Yes.
That one?
Is supposedly next to the Nymph's Bosom. So if we can find that, maybe we can find the Nymph's Bosom, and supposedly the dead 3, the cult, is located underneath said Nymph's Bosom. So
interesting. Okay. Well, if once you, so I already told Tarina to see if she could help out finding with the Nymph's Bosom, and she said she would be on it. I'm not sure, like I told her to meet us over here, so I'm not sure when she's gonna get around. But hopefully she'll have more information to like further pinpoint the direction of the Nymph's Bosom for you guys.
How many times can we say Nymph's Bosom?
I don't know. We'll keep saying it, and I'll break eventually. And yeah. And it's my fault because I invented that name. I should have used I should have used the campaign's name, but yeah, whatever. I thought this one was better. All right.
I like it.
I'll end up showing the letter. The one particular one that I found that was a little bit different than all the rest. I think it was one that I found that was the one signed Vaz.
Yes.
And ask if he has any idea who that could be, because it sounds like it could be another like higher up, like important figure or something like that, because it definitely was a different letter than the rest.
So you ask him that, or
yeah.
So he's like, it doesn't ring any bells to me, but he's and you're showing him all the letters.
Yeah, I would end up showing all the letters.
See,
but that one was the one that really sparked my curiosity.
Yeah, it looks like they are, from what I'm seeing, it looks like this Flennis and Vaz are higher ups of the Dead 3 by the looks of things. It looks like Flennis might be connected more to the Master of Souls, the guy, presumably the guy that was leading this operation here. So he might be like, I'm assuming they have like Grand Masters for each of the Dead 3. So I'm assuming Flennis might be the leader of the Merkel part of the group, and Vaz might be the leader of some of. It looks like here he was talking about yeah, it looks like he might just be one of the higher ups, but we don't know much.
Okay.
And it also looks like there's more people involved. He mentioned something about the emissary. So there's definitely a conspiracy here that we are not in total aware of, and they are definitely targeting people from Elturel.
Okay.
So and like the other thing is, like, they're looking at relations of family members that have connections to Elturel, so whoever it is has knowledge of this, which is not, like, it's not something you generally know around these parts, especially about Elturel. So I would be very interested to figure out who is leading up this operation, for sure. Especially the marshal, the new marshal. What do you guys say?
I'm very curious to find out more information.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you know anything about the whereabouts of Kurik's boarding house?
I do know of that place. It's on the, and I'll tell you in a second, because I'm gonna give you a handout while I'm at it.
Oh yeah.
Handouts. Yeah. So it's on the so first I'm going to give you this handout. So this is a map of the districts in Baldur's Gate. Presumably you guys can find, like, in any corner somebody will have like a map or something of Baldur's Gate that you can pick up for like no cash at all. They're like giving them away. And so these are the districts of Baldur's Gate. So he kind of like points at a map of Baldur's Gate, and he says that particular boarding house is on the Heapside district. So the Heapside district is kind of like a middle class neighborhood. It's, it has some there's some shops, and it's more residential. And but yeah, that's usually where the boarding house is.
I really like the wording of reasonably priced homes and only a moderate likelihood of being stabbed on the street.
Yeah, because it's still Baldur's Gate. It's not,
Yeah.
It's just a little bit lessened.
Yeah, a little bit. You could still die. Just the percentage goes down a little bit. The higher,
Yeah.
the closer you get to upper city.
And that's a reasonable way away from where we are right now, right?
Yeah, if let me get the scene out.
We're down in the Bramps, right?
Yeah, so let me bring this to the GM layer so you can see. So right now you are at the Poisoned Poseidon, which is right here.
Okay.
And that's all the way so that should be all the way over here. The boarding house should be all the way over here, essentially. So it should probably take you maybe 2 hours, roughly, to walk over there.
It's is it evening now or?
It's
That was my next question. Yeah.
it's you guys went to the Poisoned Poseidon in the morning, if I remember correctly. So
Okay.
it should be like mid-afternoon. I want to say like 3
Okay.
3 in the afternoon. Like you're starting to see, like
Yeah.
the sun kind of like moving away a little bit, but it's still out there.
Out of curiosity, where is the guild again?
The guild.
Headquarters? Yeah.
Oh well, the Blushing Mermaid. So this is only something Kalia and Violet would know. So the Blushing Mermaid, which is the entrance to the undercellar where the guild
right.
operates, is also around that district.
Okay. I'd say let's go for it, guys. Let's
Yes. As
I
you're.
wouldn't
go
mind.
ask questions.
Are you not?
I wouldn't
very
mind a quick breather
powered right
before we
now?
head out, but
Well, I mean, isn't this a boarding house that we're looking for? Maybe we could get a night there or something. So maybe we could travel there and then stay the night and start fresh in the morning from there.
what if we could get a room with a window?
Room with a window.
Run
Take
a
shifts.
stakeout.
Yeah, I love steak.
And Violet says, "Well,
Really get to the meat of this.
Violet kind of like elbows Kalia a little bit. Is like, well, there's this tavern/inn called the Blushing Mermaid that we could go to."
Oh, it's a tavern slash. Yes, Violet. Yeah, we know of a place right next to there that we can crash at.
I mean,
Yeah, very lively.
I've spent my fair share of time here in Baldur's Gate. It's not a bad neighborhood, but I generally try to avoid the Blushing Mermaid.
Yeah, it's an acquired taste. It's as long as you know the people, you'll be fine.
Why do you try to avoid the Blushing Mermaid?
Because they're jealous of my wealth and power. Ish.
I look at Violet and I roll my eyes
I
and audibly sigh.
was gonna say I was gonna ask if you wanted to do an inside check, but I feel like you definitely can smell the
Really?
bullshit on this.
Really don't think anybody needs to at this point.
We all called bullshit way back when he burned his house down.
Yeah.
And it was a field.
Hey, I rolled real high. Most people believe that.
Yes,
Dan
they
believed
did.
that.
They did.
So did Claudius.
I did believe it.
Hi, Shauna. Congrats. Sorry. All right, continue.
Alright,
I guess I'll go.
yeah, we can check it out, and then we can also stake out a place right near there that
I'm so gonna get in trouble.
has great food.
So Vero kind of like tries to cut into the conversation. He's like, if I don't think I would be able to join on the hunt with you guys until my injuries recover. But Rika, I don't know, would you mind helping out these fine folk since they did us a solid?
Yes, they helped me with retrieving you, so I suppose I can, especially if it gets us to the end of our desired goal, anyways.
That is true, and we need to stamp out this cult out of the city. So
Agreed.
yeah,
Just you make sure you don't go anywhere, and I'll try to check in tomorrow.
yeah. The Blushing Mermaid sounds like a not so great place for somebody with my injuries to hang out with. So if you don't mind, I'll probably go stay at one of the barracks that Zaj kindly offered.
Of course.
And he's like, if you don't mind, just gonna sit here for a little bit, and he kind of like lets go from you, and he's just, he finds a barrel to kind of sit and just take a break a little bit, and he's kind of like breathing. He's okay. He's just, he's still injured.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I was gonna say, could everybody roll me a perception check?
Yep, I was waiting for the check to come.
Oof.
I finally rolled something well.
Yeah, you got a 20. Good job.
I mean, I did, but everybody else, congratulations, good job.
So, Kalia and Rika, you guys, so as you guys are conversing, having conversation, you notice somebody kind of like, not cloak, but sorry, you kind of like taking off their cloak, like in one of the alleyways in front of the Poisoned Poseidon. You can see them from the top because the ship is kind of like taller than the rest of the buildings in the area. And Kalia, this person was kind of hoping you looked at her, and she kind of did like a signal towards you to like come hither, essentially. And you see this as well, Rika.
Mm-hmm. I'll just sit there and say, friend of yours? And I'll nod in the direction.
The person takes off their cloak, and you notice that it is Tarina signaling you to come on down. And here's in case you haven't seen her, I don't think you've seen her yet, Addix. So here's Tarina.
Have I met her yet?
Nope, you have not met her.
Cool.
Is she like just does it look like she's just signaling to like all of us, or?
Yeah, it looks more like, like she needs to talk to you guys, but there's like flames around you, and she's
I kind of look at Rike, and I'm like, yeah, let's, and I just kind of, without saying much, just kind of motion for the group to kind of divert to go see her real quick.
Showing Daniel the bad poetry I found off that one guy. That's why we didn't notice anything.
This is awful.
Right?
The roses are red.
It's just bad.
Yeah. And now we'll never know if that relationship worked or not.
No. Well, reading this, we know.
We know what would have happened. We know. All right. So what do you guys do?
I
Start heading down?
Yeah.
I'll sit there and just quickly say a farewell to Vero and say we're on our way to head out, just to kind of make it more like it's a normal us leaving and not just like we suddenly leave without saying anything.
Yeah. Vera's like, I'll I'll probably need. I'll let Sach know that you guys headed towards the Blushing Mermaid to keep investigating. And like I said, I'll be at the barracks if you need me.
I'll sit there and nod, and then I'll just say, get well, and I'll see you tomorrow. And then I'll turn around to follow the rest of the group.
Right. So as you work your way down the ladder, and start heading out of the Poisoned Poseidon, you reach the alleyway where Tarina is kind of skulking around. It looks like she's trying to avoid the eyes of the flaming fist. And she sees you, and she's like, she kind of smiles and just say like, so, see, you've been busy.
I didn't do nothing.
Here and there.
She's like, well, I mean, I did hear some screams, so and I'm assuming you're, since you were the cause, I'm assuming you guys were the cause of those.
Oh,
Heard
that allergies. I'm a real loud sneezer. Weird.
Sure.
Just
There's
some normal battle
screams?
cries.
And no one shows up? Is that normal for
Baldur's
this
Gate.
city?
This
Oh
is
my
Baldur's
God.
Gate.
Oh,
I pat Claudius on the back. I'm like,
she also pats you, and she's like, oh honey.
This is real different
oh,
than home,
sweet
buddy.
baby boy.
Yeah, it's the city of blood for a reason. And then she kind of stares at Bricka. He's like, I see you got a new friend. And then she just kind of like scoots to Kalia. Is she legit?
Wait, yeah.
Okay, but not like legit.
No,
Like-
like
Okay,
too legit to quit.
okay. Hi, Tarina's the name.
I just give a quick, like, curt nod and just say, Rika.
Nice to meet you. And San kind of like looks, kind of disapprovingly at Tarina. He's still, not over her trying to cheat you guys in that game of Baldur's Bones earlier, a few days ago. And so Tarina kind of like nervously, I have a message for you guys and some directions. And she hands so this message is for you. She hands Kalia a letter.
Oh boy.
And then for the rest of you guys, I have found your Nymph's bosom.
Alright.
So
About time we found the bosom.
right.
About time.
So it's in the. Oh, let's get the direction real quick. Let me pull it up in the map here. You can see it. So it is right over here. So I'm gonna put a token in the map. She's gonna point in the map where it is. And you guys will not see it because there's like a thing in the middle of it. Let me move it. Here. There we go.
Hey.
Hey. So yeah, so it is in the, like the captain said, the district, the sorry, I forgot the location that I just gave you, the Heapside district. Yeah. It's in the Heapside district, and she kind of points, and then she's like, there's gonna be a boarding house nearby. There's like a statue of a nymph like right in front of it. And you really can't miss it.
Okay,
Yeah.
well that sounds easy enough.
Does it?
Yeah, from what go ahead. Sorry, go ahead, Daniel.
No, oh, I don't really know what Daniel asked. It just seems so like too obvious, you know. But I
No
guess
one, no one knew that the nymph statue was there until now. We've been asking around everywhere.
I mean, it's kind of like a symbol of a bathhouse. So just knowing that there's a nymph, like you kind of need to know like some general buildings in the area to figure it out, because every bathhouse has kind of like a nymph of some doing something or other. In this case, the nymph is just kind of like, kind of like split. The statue's kind of her like, I want to say resting against a
her bosom?
stone, and just exactly just showing her bosom essentially.
excellent.
Would have thought that would have been the favorite statue in Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, it's such a pure town. I know.
There's so she's like, well, this is where this is as the place, and I did scout a little bit. Sach can be kind of a taskmaster in that sense. And I saw that there is some movement from the Dead 3 coming in and out, especially at night. During the day, there's just regular customers. So just something to keep it, be aware of.
Okay.
At night. Excellent.
And make sure check out that letter, Alia, as soon as you can. And then she just
As soon as you can.
yeah, and then she just she's like, well, if you guys don't have any more questions for me, I'll be heading off and going off about my business.
Right. We appreciate it. And as I turn to walk away, I start kind of opening the letter, kind of hiding it from everyone.
Okay. San is trying to watch. Roll me a stealth
Zan
check.
would be watching. I feel like Zan would be trying to read the letter over my shoulder.
Yeah, roll me a stealth check.
Okay.
And I'll check his. Let me see, what's this? Oh yeah, you as you're walking around, you kind of feel his gaze, but you're able to like open it in a way where he's not really, he can't look at the contents of the letter. And do you guys immediately start walking to the Blushing Mermaid? I assume that was where you guys were headed.
Sure.
Probably, yeah.
At this point, I'm just following the group.
All right.
It's something that might count as a short rest.
You short rested before you headed out.
Oh, okay.
And also, I think you leveled up, so your stats are. You guys have your
We
full
just
HP.
want to treat it like a full rest.
Yeah.
Or a long. Okay.
I mean, you could rest for role-playing purposes, of course, but in terms of character sheet and like meta stuff, yeah, you're fine.
Sorry.
So yeah, you open the letter and you notice that it is written in thieves' cant. So you know it's thieves' cant because you can't really understand it. Usually Violet reads these letters for you. The cool thing is, since you are a member of the Thieves Guild, for the people who don't know thieves' cant, they usually give you a trinket of sorts to kind of like push against a rune in whatever missive they give you, and that deciphers the message into common. So you see that the letter has a rune, right? Like kind of like at the corner of it. So you can't really decipher it unless you use your trinket. So I want you to roll me on the trinket table to see which trinket you have.
Oh boy. What's the trinket table?
So if you go to macros and you go to rollable tables, there should be one that's accessible to you called the trinkets
Wait,
table.
where is that at? Oh, macros. Okay, I see.
And then there's something that says the trinkets table, so you just hit roll.
Roll tables, SM, trinkets table.
Yeah, that's the one. So you have a brass ring that never tarnishes, that was given to you by the guild that has a rune that can decipher these message. What do you do?
Fancy.
I decipher the message.
Right. So as you're kind of moving around, walking down the streets of Baldur's Gate, trying to avert the gaze of Zan as you're trying to get this message rolling. You put this ring on your finger and you put it against the rune, and then the message kind of rearranges itself as is by optical illusion, and then you can see the message in common, but only you can see it. And the message,
Really cool.
yeah, and the message says, "Dear Violet and Kalia, it seems you were successful on your mission in most ways than one. Elturel's fall was not expected, but seeing as some of the chips that were supposed to fall after your heist still fell, all's well that ends well. Report to the Blushing Mermaid with the item. Collect your payment. Preferably try to not bring your new flame friends. But if you must, just make sure they stay away from the underseller. And yes, we know who you've been hanging with. Cheers, Joffrey."
Oh boy.
You just got called to the principal's office.
Okay, I look over because I assume Violet probably
She's-
figures that.
Yeah, she's near you. She didn't read the letter, but she saw you using the ring, and she's like a little nervous.
I look at Violet and I'm like, everything's fine. We just, and I like kind of motion like like
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the backpack.
She-
I'm like, you know.
He's like, "Oh, yeah, right." So the Blushing Mermaid, everyone. Blushing Mermaid.
Let's
Do they
go.
let-
Maybe,
Do they let
maybe
kids
there's
in
a
there?
hot dog stand nearby
She-
or something
she-
that you guys can grab a bite to eat or something.
So, what did you say, Daniel?
Do they let kids in there?
All right. Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
She's gonna try and stab me. Help!
Who, me? Wait, what are you doing?
No, Violet.
I made fun of Violet one too many times.
Oh, okay. That's their own fucking deal. Ooh, damn.
She tried to trip you, but you kind of like you kind of toppled a little bit, but she went and you just successfully tripped you, and she just kind of slaps you on the back.
Those are those street smarts.
I mean, did you think I was kidding?
Me, never.
Never.
She tells Kali, "I swear, if you don't hold me now, I will murder this guy."
Isn't she so funny?
She is so funny. I just wish she would speak up. So it's hard to hear her from down there. But
I
whatever.
love all her little jokes.
They're so adorable.
I'm kind of just looking back and forth between the two different groups as this is happening.
She's very. Violet is very upset at this point, and Zan's like, "So the Blushing Mermaid," trying to like quell the tension.
All right, soldier boy. We'll go to the Blushing Mermaid. I'll leave her alone.
And she's she's definitely. You guys are walking over, but Violet's definitely plotting her revenge while you go on your way to the Blushing
That's
Mermaid.
fair. It's fair. I get it.
All right, so it's been a few hours. Your walk takes about an hour to 2 hours. And you get to the Blushing Mermaid, and you know it's the Blushing Mermaid. Go ahead. Sorry.
What time of day is it?
It's kind of like it was 3-ish when you guys came out, so it's about 5 in the afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the you get to the Blushing Mermaid, and it's kind of like let me show you the scene real quick. I like that the tavern music kicked in, and I didn't even put it on purpose. So it's like it knew. Spotify knew.
Done.
Yeah. All right. I didn't mark it on the map, sadly, so I'll mark it for next time so you guys can have it on the map. But here's the scene for it.
Ooh.
So you guys get to this. It's like a long, low building. It kind of looks very decrepit, like it's gonna look. It looks like it's gonna collapse any minute. But it is surrounded, by stables, like on each of the sides of the buildings, and it has how do you say this, like a poster of a mermaid blushing on the side of it.
Ah, Starbucks.
Fair.
It's like it's definitely a pirate's version of a Starbucks.
Hawaii Starbucks. It's fine.
Yeah. The funny thing is, so I'm sad that Sand's not here, because there is a bar that's similarly named in Waterdeep, the same. And I kid around that it was a franchise, so this is like the other from the other campaign. But anyway. So when you guys get, are in front of the building, what do you guys do?
So we're sure we want to do this? Like, we're gonna do this?
Well, I mean, if we need how far away is the Blushing Mermaid from the bathhouse? Like in terms of like, is it the next block over? Is it?
It's a few blocks from the boarding house, so it's a few blocks over.
Okay, so it's not too bad. Well, I mean, if we stay here, we're only a few blocks from, the bathhouse. So I mean, I figure we can probably get settled in here a little bit, to maybe make a plan for what we want to do to do for the bathhouse, and trying to stake out that place and stuff.
Why do you want to stay here so bad?
It's a nice place to stay.
What?
That she knows folks. I mean,
Yeah.
Feeling collapse.
I go wherever I can for a free room, and that we don't have much in this town.
So
I mean,
Now, since you lost your house,
But-
I don't anymore. Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say.
Violet say, "What's the matter, Daniel? You scared?"
I mean, look at it. You wouldn't be.
It's a great place. You're not seeing, you just need to go in and you'll see what I see.
Listen,
What
you
do
can
you see? The
either.
other side of the table?
I'm gonna kill him. Kalia, just convince him. I'm gonna go in and grab a drink. And she just goes in to grab a drink.
Do you really want to walk? Like, what was it? Like, this trek was like 2 hours. Do you really want to walk like 2 hours back to the elf song in the middle of the night in Baldur's Gate?
What? No. The
Okay.
boarding house is 2 blocks
And I
away.
walk in.
Golly. And I reluctantly follow.
San also follows. What does Rika do?
I kind of like look it over once or twice and look around, and I shrug and just like mutter to myself, "Well, I've been in worse," and I'll kind of just follow them into.
All right.
I followed Daniel in.
So, as you get in, you start, hearing the hustle and bustle of people talking, drinking, and merriment. The lobby has like a high ceiling, and it's adorned, which is strange, right? Because of how decrepit it looked outside. And it's adorned with a crudely carved, life-size mermaid that's suspended over the desk, the reception desk. And then this nearly nude woman, you know, has been adorned with blackened, and shriveled, sever hands, like it kind of like a collar, if you will. And then there's like kind of like a sign, you know, kind of like a sign just saying like, you know, like it beware if you don't pay your bills, like right underneath it. And yeah, you're at the lobby of the mermaid. You can hear the hustle and bustle like behind the you know, the desk. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna go up to the bar. Dano needs a drink.
All right, so
I'm gonna look at Violet and be like, let's go to the bathroom.
yeah, Violet's actually in the she already beelined it for the bar.
As you say that, my response is gonna be, does nobody else find this suspicious at all? And I'm gonna point at you.
At who?
At Kalia. Suddenly wanting to go to the bathroom quickly with Violet. Even though Violet's already kind of gone.
They usually go together, don't they?
I kind of just nod and say, it is true. We do tend to go to the bathroom together.
You back to the actual wedding where Violet's just like,
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That was the when you guys got the bottle. Like that was the first. Yeah, we need to go to the bathroom. That's what we do. Like,
yeah, we just sorry. I mean, us women and our small bladders.
jeez.
And I look at
Can
Violet.
we
That
go back to
wasn't
Daniel?
sorry. I'm
You
sorry.
and Violet is
We
too
should
good
just
for
get a
it,
drink.
I can, you know.
Come on, I'll buy you a drink.
All right, so you guys, so Claudius and Daniel head to the bar. You, Kalia, you kind of like signal Violet, and Violet, you know, heads towards you. Clearly she already drank her fill before you guys got it.
Fast.
Oh, she just took a shot of whiskey, essentially. She just needed
That's
a
an
quick shot.
unfortunate amount. That's a fill.
Yeah.
Well,
Just needed a
it's
shot of
not
whiskey.
a lot,
Yeah, so she kind of like nods at Kalia, and she's like, away you go.
Let's do it.
All right, so you guys head down. You guys head to the bathroom. Claudius, Daniel, as you guys are walking away, are you paying attention to them at all, or are you just heading straight to the bar?
Oh yeah, Daniel's starting to get real suspicious. He's watching.
All right, roll me
Claudius is
perception.
not.
Perception. I mean, I'm definitely going for that drink, but
Yeah.
I'm watching. Ooh.
You
know, real crowded.
It's real. That's what I was gonna say. The place is real crowded. They kind of like merge with the people as they go to what you assume is the restroom. Rika, what are you doing while folks are heading to the bar?
I'm gonna kind of take a look around. The first thing I'm gonna do is gauge the clientele of this place. I want to know who I'm gonna be around for the next bit.
Okay, so you know you kind of find a booth to kind of like make your observations, and you kind of signal the others that you're gonna be over there. And as you're looking around, you see people, not the greatest kind of people in terms of like, you see some people doing some shady business. Like there's some people in the corner talking, and they like really low voices. Like it looks like they're conducting some business. you see that the patrons are heavily armed, and you see there's some people playing Baldur's Bones in a um, in a table in another area of the bar of the bar, and one of them, like, you know, lost, and then they just started swinging, and now they're punching each other, and there's like a brawl that broke in the middle of it, but everybody's just like, yeah, same old, and then they just keep going about their business as these two people fight it out. But yeah, it seems like a very rowdy tavern, and it's and it looks like it's excellent for doing business of the nefarious kind.
Cool. Probably at some point during the fist fight, I'd probably like just kind of like wave over a bartender or something like that, and just get myself a bottle of wine.
A barmaid gets to you. He's like, "What are you having?"
Let's have some cheap wine, if you have any, please.
Yeah, we don't do that here, ma'am. We got some ale and whiskey.
I sit there and kind of like sniff and say, "Bottle of whiskey, then."
We'll get you a bottle momentarily. That'll be 10 silver pieces, ma'am.
Okay, I'll sit there and nod and just toss Flipper a coin, gold coin.
Oh, like she's like surprised that she's, you know, that you're throwing money like that, and she's like, she tested it out first, like just biting into it just to make sure it's good, and it's like, all right, and then she pockets it and heads over to get your whiskey.
Cool. Yeah, and then I'm gonna do the good old lean back into the chair. I'm gonna kick like my feet up onto the table, and I'm gonna just like take out my loaded hand crossbow and just kind of set it on the table in front of me, and just kind of lean back and look at everyone, and just kind of take in the whole thing.
All right. So normally in any bar, just taking out your weapon might alarm some folks, but in this bar, it's kind of like you see a lot of people kind of like, you know, with weapons, not drawn, but like, you know, like some people with crossbows in their tables. Like, it's not a very weapon safe.
Given the kind of gauging of how open everyone is with like being armed and stuff, it's kind of my just letting you know that I'm armed too.
Cool.
And, like, it's set down casually, just like to the side. My hands aren't near it or anything like that.
All right. So, Claudius, Daniel, you guys reach the bar, and you're seeing, you know, it's a bit crowded, so you're people are, you know, kind of like talking and very loudly, so you see a lot of drunk patrons. What do you do? Oh, and you also saw Rika signal you that she found a table.
Shall we see what they can make here?
Sure. What are you drinking?
Can we get Elturian Sunrise?
I don't think they're gonna have that here.
Yeah. Do you look at
I would love to watch you ask for it.
Do you look at the bar area, like, you know, where all the bottles are, and you just see all these different bottles of whiskey of you know, not, you think it's whiskey, it's very, you know, it's the brown amber colored liquor, and you just see a bunch of taps for ale, but you don't see I'm curious, what goes into an Elturian Sunrise?
Ooh.
I feel like
I think
would
it
almost
could
be
could still be whiskey based, because I don't know exactly what we're working with here. But we definitely need some bright citrusy notes, some bitters of some sort. Yeah, I mean, it something mirroring a tequila sunrise, probably.
All right.
That's
But
exactly what I was thinking. Yeah.
so don't think they could even do a fizzberry teeny.
I don't think so, but again, you should ask.
Yeah.
And then like a bartender kind of sees you guys, and he already served most people in the bar, and he like, so he's like cleaning his he has a rag and he's cleaning a cup, like in movies, and he's trying to like, he's like, hey, so what can I help you with?
2 whiskeys.
Claudius.
I'm not gonna get in a fight at this bar because Claudius wants an Alturian sunrise.
So he's like, right away, and then he just he hands you guys the he takes a bottle from the back and just like pours into of the long glasses, and then just has them to you guys.
Excellent. Thank you. I'll hand one to Claudius.
I look and smell it.
It's okay.
It's
okay.
it's cheap.
Just
It's very cheap whiskey.
I gotta say, I do wonder sometimes what kept bringing you back to this city.
Possibility. I don't know.
Responsibility, you said? Sorry, you kind of caught out in there.
Possibility.
Oh, possibility.
I don't know. It all started with my parents, and I just ended up here, and I kind of liked it here. You'll be okay. It'll burn your nose hairs a little bit, but you'll be fine.
Oh, all those sacred flames took care of those a long time ago.
Fair.
So,
Okay. You want to go sit with Rika?
Let's make our way to Rika.
All right.
So as you guys make your way to Rika, Kalia and Violet are in another place entirely. So you manage to find the there's like the way the Blushing Mermaid is set up is that if people don't know their way around, like there's actually like bunch of passages, and it kind of feels like a maze the further back you go into the tavern, especially in the areas where there's the different rooms, but you guys know the path to take, and you find the stairs leading up to the undercellar, which is kind of like a collection of tunnels around the lower city and the upper city of Baldur's Gate. And right under the Blushing Mermaid is the mess hall for the guild, the Thieves Guild. So usually that's the place where you meet with Joffrey. And as you're going down, you kind of caught up Violet with the contents of the letter. So you guys are kind of heading over there. What do you say anything else to her?
No, I'm probably at this point. How are there other people around as like we're heading there? Like, are there other thieves and stuff around, or is it pretty empty?
The mess hall right now, there's a couple of footpaths in the area. It's not as full as the last time when you got the mission from Joffrey. It's kind of like it's kind of skeleton crew-ish. It's just people just grabbing their meals. Last time you think there might have been like a big robbery of some sorts, and a lot of people were hiding out down there, and that's why it was so full last time.
Probably then starting to like reach in my backpack, and now that we're kind of away from everyone and everything, and it's pretty scarce down here, I'm probably starting to reach in my backpack and grab the bottle so that I can have it ready, so that like we can hand it over and get things done.
All right. So as you move your way into this mess hall of the undercellar, You see Jeffrey, just, you know, kind of, with his hands on his back of his head and his feet up on the table, and just kind of waiting, and then he sees you and smiles, and they're like, well, if it isn't my 2 footpats, how did the hunt go?
Successful.
Oh, and let me show you, because I don't think addicts have seen this person before.
I don't even remember what this person looked like.
Hey, that's why we have handouts, and I will show them to you as soon as I find his handout. Where is it, Joffrey? Where are you? Here we are. There he is.
Oh, okay.
Good looking dude.
Yeah, so he like, I to be honest with you guys, I assume you were dead. The fall of Elturel, I mean, we've heard the news. It must have been crazy. Could you even tell me what happened?
I mean, was there for the wedding. Next thing I know, the wedding's in shambles. We were just lucky to make it out alive, I guess.
Yeah, from what I heard, from some of the refugees, the city got swallowed up.
Yeah, just a giant hole appeared and swallowed everything.
Strange times we're living. Well, did you get the bottle?
Got the bottle.
Perfect. And I also heard Arid is no longer of this world.
He's dead.
Well, we weren't expecting that. We were hopefully we kind of wanted to deal with that without bloodshed, but I assume there wasn't a choice.
Yeah, it turns out he was gonna, I guess, kill his daughter and kill the daughter's wife. There was a lot of family issues.
Yeah, that's probably why the client wanted this bottle. Oh, I'm glad that none of you drank from it, because it is poison.
Oh,
Yes, and the
could have
sleeping.
known that beforehand, but I mean, I'm glad we didn't.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, you know, if you remain in this career, you don't drink whatever, you know, the client asked for. So
The beverages.
yeah. But yeah, it's apparently Arid wanted to poison the bride to be. But and
That makes so much sense now.
but yeah, luckily, that's why our client wanted the bottle. At least that way he couldn't, you know, he could have subtly would have avoided that situation. But I mean, if Arid's gone, that's even better for my client. For our client. So we'll I'll get this bottle and get you guys paid. And then
So this has been a plan this was a known plan then.
You'll have to talk to the kingpin about it. I just I just hand out the missions and the cash, and then he like throws a bag of coin at you and at Violet, and then the when you open the pouch, there's 100 gold pieces inside.
Oh damn. So I'm guessing that's 50 for me, 50 for you, Violet.
No, it's 100 gold pieces each.
Okay, I mean that's fine too. While I'm there, I look at Joffrey and I'm like, do you know anything about what's going on in the city right now? Why they're wanting to take anybody to do with Elturel or anything about this?
Oh, you mean the the bodies that have been turning up in the in the Brampton district?
Yeah, about the Dead 3 going on.
Not much. We've heard. I mean, we don't operate like that, and frankly, we're kind of pissed at them. We we would like them to stop. It's bad for business when people start turning up dead around here, like that. Usually we like to operate in the shadows and not spread the terror like that. But yeah, no, all I know is there's this person, or all I know for my context is there's this person forging like entrance papers for these refugees. But they're that's all I've known about the refugees of Eltrail. I do know that the Duke, one of the Dukes, is trying to do something about the refugees. They're gonna try to let them all in, start like an initiative to get people from the upper district to help out, to like donate from the upper city, to donate to help out these refugees. So we might, hopefully we might see this crisis over. We might even see a little Elturel show up in the outer city.
Interesting. Okay.
But and then sorry, I'm trying to look for the information of the guy who was doing the forgery, so I can give you that information.
Oh, okay.
Let's see, where is it? I'll give it to you later. But there's somebody making forgeries, and I was gonna give you the information, but I don't have it with me because I didn't know you were gonna ask that question. I didn't have it prepared.
All right, that's fine.
Right.
Okay. Well, is there any other missions or is there any other help needed anywhere?
Well, there is, but I'm sorry, Kalia. It's actually just a mission for Violet this time. And Violet kind of looks at Kalia and then at Joffrey, and it's like, is there a reason why I can't take Kalia with me? And it's like, well, it's more of a cat burglar type deal, and I need you. It's mostly of something that you would have to work solo. And but don't worry. I'm assuming Kalia has other businesses with the flames.
Oh, you've heard.
Yes, we've heard. It's fine. Tarina is with, she's actually our double agent for the flames.
Oh, okay. Alright.
So we don't mind if you double dip, as you were, but I definitely need Violet for this. So I'm sorry, Kalia.
Alright. And I hug Violet and kind of like have like a little moment with her because we kind of bonded on our trip and everything.
Yeah, she hugs you, and she's like, "Can you just give a kick in the chin to Daniel for me?"
I will do just that. I'll maybe even give him an arrow to the knee one day.
See, this is why I love hanging out with you, Kalia. And
I'll miss you, buddy.
Yeah, and she just, she walks away with Joffrey to talk whatever mission, whatever cat burglar mission they have planned.
Oh boy. I start heading back, and now I'm thinking to myself how I'm gonna have to describe that I'm coming back from the bathroom with just me.
Yeah, we'll see how you describe that. So, Daniel, Claudius, Rika, you, and San is also there with you guys. What were you guys doing while this conversation was happening?
If they came over to me
Mhm.
and sat down after like a second, I'd actually probably speak up and say, well, we've managed to do a job together, and was rather successful, but now I guess I have to ask, what all brings you here? How come random adventurers like you are seeking the Dead Three? I guess I kind of want to know who I'm working with a little bit better.
Well, I lived around here till recently, I guess, and I was offered some money, just trying to rebuild.
I think a little more than money. We kind of desperately needed some freedom there too.
Yeah, that's true. Uh,
And
Life on the inside was rough.
and then Sand kind of
I mean,
like
there's only a few hours, but
Sand kind of like looks at you, Rika, and then he's like, well, you know, it all started with a wedding, and then he starts going like, you know, starts just telling you a story about how they you know, the group all met at a wedding in El Chirel, and then he starts talking about the city and how it got swollen up into, you know, Lord knows where. All they know is that it was a hole in the ground, there was a bunch of, you know, fiery depths, and then the city got swallowed down there, and then just a crater was all that remained of El Chirel. His sister-in-law lost consciousness during the you know during the fall, and she hasn't managed to regain it. She has regained it a couple of times. Sorry, she only regained it once, and it was during like a very hard moment where she was about to get killed, and for some reason she woke up and killed the person that was about to kill her, and then she went back to unconsciousness. And the you know, the person that they met along the way thinks that his sister-in-law has shift sickness, which is kind of like a sickness where your body is here in the material world, but your soul or part of it is elsewhere, and it's trying to like get back to it. Essentially, it's kind of like splinching from flinching or plinching. How do you call that in Harry Potter, where you apparate but you don't apparate the whole way?
Yeah, and you're like missing a part of you or something like that.
Kind of like that.
yeah.
So yeah, he just talks to you guy. He talks to you about like all the encounters you guys had along the way to Baldur's Gate. You know, the murder in the camp. You know, and then he talks to you about Arid and all the craziness with him, and then the arrival to Baldur's Gate and how they all got arrested, and then how they all got like recruited by Saj to purge the Dead Three, and then slowly getting to you.
I'm kind of like just taking the whole thing in, fascinated, because it's just like a whirlwind of circumstance and strange happenings, and then at the end I'll kind of just nod and say, well, it would appear you've had an eventful few days.
Zan just drinks because he's like, you know, this all brings back memories to when his wife got killed by cultists a long time ago, and you know, and still he doesn't know what's going on with his sister-in-law, and you know, like there's just a lot of emotions going through it. Like he's been rolling through it because he's been killing things and being all paladinish, but it kind of, everything kind of like dawned on him at that moment, so he's just drinking now and just, you know, staring into the ether. What does Claudius and Daniel say throughout this whole story?
As he was telling the story, I could use minor illusion, like in my hand, to kind of animate everything that happened. Like when the city disappeared, there'd be like a light, then the light went away.
Roll me a perception, a performance check with that minor illusion. I'm just curious how well, like...
Probably not well. Not well.
Hey, it's still, you still tried. It's a like what did Rika thought about having all these like props to help out with the story?
After I realized that it was almost more like distracting lights than actually giving me anything, I'd probably just kind of look at Zan as he's telling the story and kind of avoid the distraction.
Crap.
What does Claudius do?
No. It was about, if it wasn't for one of us, none of us would be in here today. None of us would have made it out of there alive. Fast heart.
Fast heart.
Yeah, fast heart, and then yeah, Sand is just.
Mention of this fast heart a couple times. Was a friend of yours you lost in the battles, or?
No,
Oh,
he's a horse.
he's my horse,
I see.
and yeah, I have a war horse, and I mean, if
Sounds like had.
well, I'm hoping he's okay. They arrested us and they took him. They haven't.
Well-
Hopefully, he's in a stable somewhere. Okay.
He kind of single-handed.
Which number
Flame
horse is this
impound
again?
lot.
Yeah.
And then Kalia comes in. Did Kalia say anything? Did she hear the fast heart thing?
I probably heard the fast heart thing. And coming from Zan, I probably just don't want to give him shit at this moment, especially because like Violet just like went away and stuff. So I'm just gonna go up to the bar. I'm gonna ask for a glass of whiskey, and I'm just gonna sit down next to them and look at Rika and be like, "It's been crazy."
Where's the kid?
Violet's having some issues.
And Sand's like, wait, what is your issues? Like,
Glance under the
he's
table.
already slurring his speech a little bit with the drink. What is yours?
She's fine. She's fine. She just ended up getting a letter that her family needs her.
Roll me deception.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
I
that-
was gonna totally insight check that.
Yeah, and then all of you guys inside, yeah.
Oh man.
Got a letter while in the pooper. That is-
A letter while in the
Yeah,
pooper.
we're
Just
just far.
in there.
Oh no, I don't believe her.
I want to say, Rika, you kind of get the feeling she's not being totally on the up and up. Same with you, Claudius. Daniel totally believes it though. Daniel's like, yeah. Daniel seems he thinks she's being truthful.
I don't know
She's
why I haven't come here
fine. She
before. I
just
can't believe they have mail service. It's great.
Don't
she's
draw any
fine. I
attention
mean,
to the
she'll,
lie.
you know.
What did you say, Rika?
Oh, sorry. I said I don't draw any attention to the lie.
Right.
I kind of just nod when she says it.
Do you say anything, Claudius?
And then they're thinking, I didn't
No.
think she had a family.
No, I think I just barely got the hint that maybe I don't believe what she said, but Daniel seemed to believe it. So I think I'm just gonna leave it there.
Zan's like, just like he his speech is slurred a little bit, so he probably had a couple of whiskeys while he was telling the story, and he's like, well, I hope she's okay. She's been really good for the team, and I hope I hope whatever she's doing, she's fine.
I lay a hand on Zan. I'm like, It's okay. She's fine. She's fine. She's fine.
I hope she doesn't fall short of her goals.
I slapped Daniel.
I'm not even gonna roll.
Slap
You know,
Daniel
ask.
when I say,
I'm not
you know
even
what
gonna.
you did.
I'm not even gonna ask for a roll. Actually, yeah. Actually, roll me a d4, Kali.
Just D4.
Yeah, for damage. You take 2 bludgeoning damage to your face. Worth it. It's okay, because you're about to take a long rest, so I'm not too worried about taking your HP. All right.
Assuming we get out of this bar in one piece.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
So, you kind of, you kind of like talking and having your drink throughout the next couple of hours. The food here is a little bit unusual to say the least. So they have like so they have like a salted small fish stew boiling when you guys came in, so that you guys got that essentially. It's not, doesn't taste great. So the food, so definitely here the drinks are better than the food for sure. They do have bread, and for some reason they have pork, thyme, and mushroom platters as well. So you kind of veered, those tasted better than the stew. So you guys are full-ish, and starting to getting hit with those with a little bit of tiredness. What do you do?
Does anybody want to head to the
Bathroom?
No. Every time someone goes to the bathroom, someone disappears. I was thinking about trying to find a place to sleep for the night. I keep forgetting the name of it.
Oh, the Blushing Mermaid.
Where we are?
Yes, the Blushing Mermaid.
Yeah.
They got a
Probably
room.
you said we could get like free rooms here or something, right?
Yeah, you said you know someone you were gonna hook us up.
Literally said none of that. But yeah,
It was actually Violet who said all that.
It was so nice of you to offer to pay for our rooms. Thank you so much.
yeah,
You're the best.
I look and
As I say that, I'm going to use prestidigitation to make like a really foul smell appear around you that you're going to have to deal with for a few minutes. Your
Okay.
sewage.
Violet's ghost poo. All right.
Wait, Violet's ghost.
Let's see, how many are there?
From what you remember, you're talking about how much is the stay there?
Yeah, how much are rooms?
All right. So from what you remember, the rooms are 2 gold pieces per night.
Okay.
But that includes like bathing facilities and food as well. So the food that you guys ate and the drinks that you guys got would have been included. So you can take that 10 silver pieces and add it back if you wanna, or give me an extra gold piece, Rika.
Give you an extra gold piece?
Yeah.
That's everything? Okay.
Yeah. And that's everything. But yeah, it's 2 gold pieces. For
2 gold pieces. All right.
I'll pay for 3 rooms. Like I'll go up to the desk and say I want 3 rooms, and after paying, you said it's 2. Wait, you said it's 2 gold pieces per room?
Yeah. Per night. So yeah.
Okay. So I'll pay the 6 gold pieces and go back to the group and say, well, I got us 3 rooms, so we can all split, however.
And Sans like just saying like, I'll bunk with whoever. I don't discriminate in that sense.
Zan, we can bunk together, buddy. I need to make sure you're okay throughout the night.
He's like, tries not to.
Oh, fine. I don't see the problem.
Yeah, I don't. Then I'll be okay.
You want to share? Oh, sorry.
Sorry, go ahead. I keep interrupting you guys. Go ahead.
Oh, Daniel was gonna ask Claudius if he wanted to share a room.
We're good.
We're good.
Brica, you're
I'm by
welcome
myself
to.
then.
You're welcome to be by yourself if you want to have a little bit of free time, or if you want to join one of us. And
I'm okay with having my own room. Yes.
Well, you don't like us? We're super friendly.
You guys are very friendly, but
Yeah.
some of us need to sleep.
I sleep.
And I did just meet you this morning.
Fair.
So Zan is like, wait, but we were supposed to talk about the bathhouse.
Oh, buddy. Bless your heart.
it'll still be there in the morning.
And then he just he looks like he's about to pass out.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, before Zan got fall down drunk, I was gonna suggest a stakeout, but
Yeah, it's just him telling the story just took out all the emotional bandwidth he had to do anything else. Plus the fights you guys got into today and all the blood spill, like yeah.
yeah. So I guess I'll just go up and rest for the night.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys all go and rest for the night. I'm gonna
Get my
say
2 hit points back.
yeah. So I'm gonna say all you guys got long rests, so you can add those hit points.
I think I did anything.
And the other thing I was gonna say is if we can take our break here if you would like.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll take a break here, and I'm gonna check on Sawi and see if he can join us for this last part. All right, 5-minute break. Pausing now. And we're back. Okay, so it is the more. Go ahead.
Ask Zan.
Right. Let me. Sorry. Send him a quick text.
It's just curious if you actually.
No,
messaged him or
I forgot to. Let me just message.
The negative ghost rider.
Yeah. Let me pause and come back again. On pause. Okay. So you guys you had your long rest. It wasn't the best bet compared to the Elf Song Tavern. Like the Elf Song Tavern is definitely it's a little higher up in the echelons in terms of staying at a place. But yeah, you managed to get your rest. And you're downstairs in the bar area. There's still a couple of stragglers here or there. Some folk are passed out in some of the tables. But yeah, you're just grabbing some breakfast, and which is just bread and water. And some meat dish, some like ham, but yeah, you're just grabbing breakfast at the moment, and Sam is just like nursing his headache at the moment for all the drinks he had last night, and he's just like, why didn't you guys stop me?
We tried to stop you. You're 17 feet tall. What am I gonna do?
The story was riveting, and I didn't want to break your flow.
Fair.
So
Pretty much.
I guess we have to deal with this bathhouse.
We're supposed to. Yeah.
Sounds like a great thing for you. A bath.
Yeah, you stink, man.
But what? I mean, there was a bath. Like there's there's like a bath around here, like in the room. They had like a setup with for a bath, so I could just take a bath before we go.
Maybe you should.
Could you?
Okay.
Listen,
I see where you're. I see that I'm being targeted.
Do
I
you
will.
ever take that armor off? Like, come on, man.
And
Just morning after armor sweat. Oof.
he just stands and just like, fine, I'll go and take off my stink. And he just goes to take off his stink. And he goes back to his room to, finish up to like, wash up.
Quick, while he's gone, let's go get the horse.
I think that went well.
Yeah, no, like,
So what do you guys do?
I don't know, you guys. We probably should go check out the bathhouse after he gets back.
It's daytime, so I mean, there
I mean,
should
we're not
be at
gonna
least
catch anything
normal
doing
people, but
But yeah, maybe we can go in and snoop around a little bit.
yeah.
Get an idea.
Sounds like a plan. See what we're dealing with.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
at least get an idea what it looks like.
Okay, so you guys kind of finish your food, and you kind of like make a mental note of where the bathhouse is based on the directions that Tarina gave you. And Zan comes back, and he's he's not smelling like roses, but he's definitely not smelling that stank that you guys were mentioning earlier. Like, so do we have a plan?
Kind of smells damp now. Was this a good idea?
I don't know.
Listen-
It's like the armor is seasoned like a cast iron skillet. It's like
You
the
know-
smells.
You know what? We're going to the bathhouse. I'll take a bath over there.
Man, we might have to have that armor scrubbed. I just guess. I don't know. But yeah, let's just go.
All right. So you guys walk out of the Blushing Mermaid. As as you're walking out, you see like a barmaid like prodding one of the passed out gentlemen in one of the tables and trying to like get him up, and just for them to pay their bill apparently. And then just people still coming in and out of the place. And but Kalia, you don't see Violet anywhere, so you're assuming that wherever she is, she might have gone out somewhere from the undercellar, somewhere through the network of tunnels in the undercellar. All right, so you guys head out. Let me take out the scene real quick. You guys head out through the through the district, and you walk a couple of blocks. It's kind of like, I want to say it's 10-ish or 11-ish in the morning. And as you walk a couple of blocks, and then you pass by that boarding house that was mentioned before, and then you see it in all its glory, the Nymph's Bosom. You see a statue of a nymph that it's definitely showing something. And it's let me show you the censored version of it. So you see a statue of a nymph like in front of the place, and she she's she's like made in a way where there's like the semblance of water underneath her, and it's like a very pretty water garden that's like right at the entrance of it, and it's gated. What do you guys do?
Is
the
there
gate-
somebody at the gate?
Or is it open?
Well, let me. Sorry, I forgot to describe you the bathhouse more in detail. So the bathhouse is a one-storied building, there's stained glass on the windows, and the rooftop is kind of like clay roof tiles. And there's like a 10 the walls are 10-foot tall, and there's like a there's a large courtyard on the outside, and the gates are open at the moment, and you see some people kind of coming in, and yeah, the gates are open essentially. That's what
I just start walking straight in.
Yeah.
Perhaps we don't all go in. It might be a bit strange if 5 people are walking into a bathhouse together.
I agree with Rika.
True.
Fair.
Since you guys complain so much about my stink,
Yeah, you should definitely go in.
Yeah.
I could
I'll
go
sit
in.
back and wait.
Should someone kind
What's
of
the street look like?
It's a bit busy at the moment. I mean, there's people walking around. There's a store nearby. There's stores nearby, so it's it's a busy street at the moment, and the place kind of look packed away, between two blocks. So it kind of looks packed away. This courtyard. You feel like it's you're in another place as you're walking into this courtyard with it kind of looks like a park, like a mini park. Yeah.
I mean, depending on who wants to go in and stuff, I'm kind of curious to kind of investigate around the building, see if there's any entrances or something. Is it able to be like walked around and kind of inspected?
Yeah, the courtyard is big enough that some people kind of walk in, like they kind of walk around it, that they could cross. They kind of go across the courtyard, but they don't enter the bathhouse.
Okay.
Is there like a? I guess it'd probably be inside or something, but like a reception desk or something, like somebody to talk to.
So let me check. There is. Go ahead. Sorry. What were you
I
gonna
was
say?
just gonna say I'll pop myself. I'll gesture to them and gesture that I'm gonna go stand over at one of the shops and kind of pretend like I'm perusing, just so that it's not a whole group of us just kind of like outside of this place talking.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's just there's some there's kind of like these wooden doors towards the place, and you see the glass pane windows, but you don't you kind of need to get closer to look inside.
Inside.
You gonna go inside?
Yeah, I'm gonna go inside. I'm looking for somebody to talk to.
All right. So who goes with Daniel?
I was still just staring at the statue.
Oh yeah, he's never. Well, let him live a little.
What does Kalia do?
I was kind of looking to see if there was any of those any like secret entrances or anything.
Bro, I mean, are you gonna investigate the park? The courtyard?
Well, that's why I was asking. Like the actual building itself, is it able to be walked around like as well?
Yes. Well, only the part that's in the courtyard. The other part that's out of the courtyard is kind of like walled off because there's like another. It's kind of hard to get around it.
Okay, yeah. So I'd be investigating courtyard then.
All right, roll me an investigation check.
Okay.
You walk around with a 4. You walk around the courtyard, and you're just it's a really impressive statue. Whoever was the
stonework.
artist of this, yeah, great stonework, yeah. Like
Great, right?
like
Absolutely.
Claudius and you are just
Beautiful.
yeah mesmerized by it. Daniel, you and San go in. And so let me pull up the scene real quick. You and Zan go in, and you see that it's it's a very steamy room. There's patrons in their towels, and you see that people doing their thing for a bathhouse. And let me bring up the scene real quick.
Please be Animal Crossing. Please be Animal Crossing. Please be Animal Crossing.
It's Animal Crossing. Yeah, so let me bring it to the front. But yeah, it's you see that people are in towels. They're kind of like relaxing. Some in one is in like a column, relaxing, taking in the steam. There's another one, there's an elf dude that's kind of like throwing water on his back. There's another patron kind of reading what you think it's the broadsheets, so like kind of like a newspaper of Baldur's Gate. Yeah, it's just a couple 3 patrons just hanging about in the bath area. You on the side on the left as you come in, you see somebody in like a desk area, kind of like a front desk situation.
That's who I'm looking for.
Yeah, and you see a gnome a gnome lady just kind of writing some things on a notepad. What do you do?
I'm gonna go up to her desk.
Say
And
hi. Yes.
Hey, I'm gonna pull out a piece of gold and I'm gonna lay it on the desk. I need to know how to get downstairs.
Roll me a persuasion check. You just went right to it. Roll me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
I have a 0 modifier on this, you guys.
Sick.
Yep. Cool.
I don't know what you mean downstairs. We just have the one floor. I think, do you mean the massages? Because we have the massage rooms. If that's what you're looking for. Usually customers aren't this direct
I'm gonna
about it.
set down another piece of gold.
Okay, roll me another persuasion with advantage this time.
I'm gonna
Sir,
have to quit D&D, guys.
Sir, I really think I think you're if you're gonna use our services, this is plenty of money. This would even cover the massages. If you would like to, you and your friend over here would like to take some. I think you should talk to our masseuse about downstairs, and she pockets the money. Feel free to grab towels. They're hanging over there, and there's a room over here where you can disrobe and do your thing. And then she nervously pockets the money, and she's like trying to avoid your gaze.
That's fine. Just give him whatever he wants. I'm gonna go back outside with the other people.
So San just takes
Back outside?
What? There's nothing. What am I gonna do? Search around with all the naked people? What am I gonna do?
San like tries to. He's like, wait, why are you going outside? Let's go. Let's take a bath and we'll talk to the masseuse.
I don't feel that way about you.
Yep. You can go to the masseuse and talk to them.
All right, fine.
And she said there were 2 masseuses. We'll each talk to one. They probably know what's going on.
All right, fine. So I'll go along with it. I'll get changed and.
All right. While this is going on, what is Rika and Kalia and Claudius doing?
I'm just hanging out at the shops, kind of like trying to keep a casual eye on like the entrance to see if if Dan comes out, but basically trying to be inconspicuous.
Okay, so the shop that you're in, it's kind of like a blacksmith store. So you know, if you want to buy something, you are more than you're able to if you would like.
I am broke as. That's why I had no problem tossing a gold coin, because if they robbed me, I'd only be down 3 gold coins.
All right, so
I ain't made no money.
Not yet.
That reminds me, weren't we supposed to get paid for helping find your friend?
He was gonna send word to the order. That was the last thing.
Vera's gonna set it up for you guys.
Got an IOU.
Mm-hmm.
It's on credit.
So, what is Kalia and Claudius doing?
Do you think there's like something about the statue? Like they hit an entrance here, or there's a clue?
He would like to thoroughly examine that.
Yeah, I really would.
You make a good point. I mean, I looked around the courtyard, but I didn't look at the statue.
I mean, we've been staring at it for 10 minutes. Might as well like try to start making some good use out of it.
Yeah.
Are you gonna examine the statue?
Yeah.
Alright. Roll me an investigation check to examine the statue.
Already rolled.
Oh my god.
Yeah. He's like, I'm doing this.
So, you investigate the statue. And you get up on there and try to examine the craftsmanship. And you see some walker-bys pass by, and they're like, they see you as you're examining the statue, and they like just push away. They like, it's like, these weirdos in this bathhouses. And Kalia, how do you react seeing Claudius just go into the statue?
Feel up on the statue.
Yeah.
I mean, coming from Baldur's Gate, it probably wouldn't really surprise me that, that there's some weird hidden thing. But seeing Claudius feel up on it, I'd probably giggle.
So
I'd probably giggle and just kind of look around and be like, I'm not with him.
So you as you finish examining it, you find that on top of the statue, like you couldn't see it because you were looking at the statue from below, but you find like a gemstone on top of the statue, and there's like a little message on top of it. And then when you pull the gemstone and you see the message, it just says like, "Nice, right?" Question mark. Here for the bold, and it's a gemstone that you can probably trade for some money. Presumably some creep left it there for somebody who wanted to jump the statue.
Okay.
Something, I guess. I'll hop back down.
Yeah, it's
Stone.
yeah. Let me see. Well, Let me check what kind of gemstone you got, because just gotta roll for it. So it's a, it's a garnet. You could get maybe 10 gold pieces for it. Right?
Alright, creepy bosom garnet. Got it.
Got it.
Daniel, you come in, your clothes are, in an area, in a little cubby area, and you're coming in with a towel to the bath area, same as San, and you see that the massage area, there's like a massage room to the north, and there's a massage room to the south. What do you do?
Which one do you want, north or south?
It's like, man, I think I'll pick south. If you want to go north.
All right.
All right, we'll meet back here. And then he's like, he kind of smells himself again. He's a little self-conscious. And then he's like, maybe I should wash up a little bit first. And then he goes through his bath thing while you head to the massage room.
Okay.
So as you head over there, you enter the room, and there is this there's this lady. Yeah, there's this lady, just kind of like folding towels and getting the massage table ready. And let me show you how she looks in a second, because I'm trying to find her. There she is. So you see this lady kind of like folding towels and like getting the massage table ready. He's like, oh, we got a new client. Yes, sir. Are you here for a massage?
Yeah, definitely picked the right room. Sure. How does this work? I've never done this before.
Oh, it's just let me show you. So you dress to your comfort level, and then I see that you already have, and then you just you lay down on the massage table, and I'll get the oils and work my magic.
Okay.
All right, and then she kind of like signals you to lay down, and then as she goes and gets her things.
As she turns around, the towel just goes flying, and he lays down on the table.
It's like she like turns around. He's like, oh, you really comfortable. You really dress to your comfort level. And then she kind of like grabs a towel and kind of like puts it on over your butt as she and then she like puts oil on her and she starts working out your massage.
So you worked here for a while?
Oh yes, it's been great working here in the Nymph's bosom.
I'm sure it has. Is there like anything weird ever happen?
Oh, I'm not sure what you mean. It's just we get clients, and we people just take baths here. That's what they do. Baths, massages.
Is there like a night shift or anything? Did anybody ever work at night?
Oh no, we're closed. We're closed at night.
Because I could have swore I saw somebody come through here last night.
Roll me an insight check
Insight check.
with advantage.
It's not gonna go well. I don't know why I'm rolling so bad tonight.
With a 14, you notice that her hands are kind of, so at the beginning they were kind of like working out the kinks, and now you're noticing that she's kind of like grabbing the kinks in a not in a very good way for you.
It's a little rough.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, there's no night shift. I mean, we're closed at night. What are you talking about? she's nervous.
It's just strange. I could have swore. You know, maybe it was just me. Maybe it was just me.
And then so roll me as you know as as she's doing the massage. Roll me a perception check.
Perception. I'm not doing great.
So as she she's like, I'm gonna go get more oil. As she's kind of like moving across the room to get more oil, you see her kind of like eyeing. There's this like part of on the north side of the room. There's this like a stained glass window. And there's like a circular piece right next to it. And she's kind of staring at it and then goes back to like get her her oils, and she just lather them on her hands, and then she goes back to you and she's like, well, let's get these kinks out, sir. And then she starts to give you a really like strong massage.
After noticing that, I'll just be quiet the rest of the time. Let her do her job.
All right.
Not bothering her for the moment.
So while Daniel's taking a massage, what are you guys doing?
Still doing what I was doing. Maybe. How long has this been at this point?
I think
It's getting massage too, right?
yeah, Zan's getting a massage. So it's probably been like 45 minutes of them being inside and you guys being outside, being a creep with the statue.
I'm probably, by this point, I'd probably head in.
Okay.
And
So yeah, the gnome receptionist, she's like, "Hey, welcome to the Nymph's Bosom. How can I help you?"
hi, do you guys do facials here?
Oh yes, we do. Sadly our two trained therapists are working with other clients at the moment, but you're welcome to get your fixings together. We have a dressing room over here and some towels. That'll be a gold piece for the for being in the bathhouse, and another gold piece for the services.
Okay. I gladly slide over the 2 gold pieces. I'm like, thank you so much.
Of course.
And I want to. My goal was to basically like pay for services, but try to look around. I don't know which way like the dressing room is versus where like the rest of everything, but I want to explore.
Okay, so she points you at the dressing room so you can dress to your comfort level, and
Weird thing here.
yeah, roll me a perception check as you are kind of taking it all in and going into the bathhouse. There's just a lot of naked people, and you're just very uncomfortable, and you're having trouble kind of focusing on certain areas of the bathhouse, but there's naked people, so you're like,
A lot of booty.
yeah. So while you're heading over to do that, Claudius, what are you up to?
I think they seem like they still wanted to stagger entrances, right?
I mean, you're
Keep looking. Rika's still outside too, right?
Yeah, Rick is still outside.
I've been hanging out by like the shops and stuff, like very much out of
Yeah,
sight.
you know where Rika is.
Okay. I want to keep casing it. I've finally moved off of the statue.
All right, so you join Rika?
Anything about like the neighboring buildings to the bathhouse or?
You see, so it's just various shops. There is one shop in particular that looks very interesting. It's called the Sorcerer's Sundries. I think it was called. That's what it was called. Sorceress Sundries. And yeah, it looks like a very like you can sort of see it from the outside. It kind of looks like a tent. Like a circus tent, but it's, you know, it has like a strong building around it, and it looks like, you know, very magical. But other than that, it's just other stores in general, and the bathhouse.
Does it like share a wall with the bathhouse or anything like that?
It does not. It's kind of like across from it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's right next to the blacksmith that Rika is hanging out in. You get somebody in the you get like somebody's doing in the blacksmith store, and kind of like to you, and
Take a look.
like are you? It's a dwarf who looks kind of like he has like the blacksmith apron, and he's like, well, are you gonna buy anything?
I'm not sure yet. I'm mostly thinking and looking at the crafts.
Well, you seem to be looking more outside of the bathhouse than my crafts.
It's a little bit of a quiet silence, and I say, I'm sorry, I'm kind of taken aback by the wonderful statue.
Ah, yes, it's that. Did you know my grandpappy built that statue?
Really?
Yes.
No way.
And yeah, he was kind of he kind of came he in one of his travels, he kind of came upon this nymph, and it just sort of inspired him, and he chiseled that statue. It's
I see.
yeah, he
Wonderful job.
yeah, he even left a surprise for those brave enough to like try to, you know what I mean, try to inspect it, and he was a creep, that grandpappy.
Find we learn the weirdest things about family members at some point.
Yeah. Well, I'll let you keep browsing.
Thank you.
And Daniel, so the masseuse finishes off the massage, and she's like, well, you know, like you feel relaxed. You feel like she is really good at her job. You are super relaxed, like super, like you at some point I think you forgot why you were even there in the first place. And she's like, well, that's it. We're done.
Okay. I guess if I'm distracted and forgot, I would just get up and walk out, and I guess.
Oh, well, at some point, like you at some point, like when you were so relaxed, like now you're kind of getting up. If you wanted to do something, you could.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna stand up, and I mean, no towel or anything apparently.
Sir, we're not that kind of establishment, sir.
What? Oh, sorry. I'll cover up. And I guess while she's not paying attention, maybe she's putting her. I don't know if she's gonna put her stuff away or something, but I'd like to try and sneak and inspect the area near the window that she was staring at, if I can get the opportunity to.
Okay, so roll me a stealth check and roll it with I want to say advantage, because she kind of like while you left without the towel, she kind of like looked away, and she's like messing with her things.
Nice.
Natural 20.
Good roll. Finally.
So what did you? So you sneaked stuff to the statue? So sorry, to the statue to the window.
Yeah, to the window, to the. You said there was a round.
Yeah, circular thing.
Yeah.
It's circular. I'll tell you in a second.
Is it like a handle or a?
It is a circular. Yeah, it's a circular handle. And that's right next to the glass window.
Okay. I'm
So
not
like
gonna do anything.
it's
right
so
now.
it's kind of like how do you call that
Crank.
a crank, kind of like a crank. Yeah.
Excuse me. I'm not gonna do anything right now. I'm knowing that she looked at it suspiciously when I was asking about it, and now knowing where it is, I'm just gonna kind of thank her, and I'll go out of the room. And I don't. Who is in here now? Kali, you came in.
Yeah.
So if I see you, I'll probably gesture I found something.
Are you naked when you say that? Did you put your towel on?
Put my towel on after she.
Okay,
Yeah, I just
yeah.
walked out naked,
You just
just proud and.
Well, there was
Clean.
booty everywhere before. Oh, I don't know.
I was gonna, because I thought it'd be funny, but the lady yelled at me, so I put my towel on.
Yeah. You need to go to you need to pay extra for that.
Oh,
All right,
we're
so
on that side of town.
so so yeah, you walk out and you see Kalia, like just waiting for one of the therapists for the facial.
Yeah, and I'll take a second and let you know what I found in there. In the
North room.
the north room where you get the massages. Underneath the window, there's a crank, like a round crank, it looks like it could be for like a door or something, or a passageway, I assume.
Does it open the window?
No, she seemed really suspicious of it. She kept staring at it. It was weird. I couldn't try it because she was in the room with me. But I'm thinking if we can
Okay.
maybe sneak in here later or something, then maybe that's where we're gonna find what we're looking for.
So, sorry, Kalia, you could respond.
Okay. I've been trying to see if I can find anything.
All right, so are you gonna go in to the room?
What other room? Like, are there any other rooms?
So besides the room where Daniel came from, there's the other one where San is, and actually, you notice this waft of perfume just hitting you, like a waft of really good perfume hitting you, and Zan just comes out of the room as that waft hits you, and he looks super happy. He looks like very relaxed, like he's been like. And he's like, "Hey guys,"
I'm
and
gonna.
You needed that.
yeah, that was amazing.
You needed the relaxation.
I love this part of the job. This is
Fair.
great.
Fair. I can tell you my shoulder. I don't know what she did with my shoulders, but they feel so good and free. I can do whatever I want. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, this is just great. Like after we deal with whatever is under here, we should come back. Hopefully, they're still in business.
Oh, I hope so.
So, did you do you guys find anything?
I found something. I'm not sure exactly what it is. It's like some sort of crank, or I don't. It seems suspicious. I couldn't really play with it at the time because someone was in the room with me, but I think it's the right direction at least. If we can find a time to sneak in and try and explore it more.
Then we can check in the night. Then, if unless you guys want to stick around to check to scope out the place more.
No, I don't want to seem suspicious. I think I've found what I've come here to find.
All right. What about you, Kalia?
So the rooms.
Yeah, there's 2 rooms. The one where Zan just came from, and the one that Daniel came from.
Only the 2 rooms.
Only the 2 rooms, and the place where you change. But you thoroughly inspect that room, and nothing there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we lost the camera.
God. I guess. Well, now we know there's something definitely in the one room.
Mhm.
Zan was too relaxed to see if there was anything in the other room. I'm curious if there's anything in the other room.
So Zan just says like, well, I looked around in that room and I didn't see anything off the bat, but then again, I was kind of getting a good massage. So I don't know if you had something that you needed to do, but you can check that room out and see if I missed anything.
I'd probably go and try and get my facial done in that room and try and check out that room to see if there's also another window with a crank thing next to it.
Okay. So you get into the room, and there's this half orc lady, and she's just kind of setting up the bed for the massage, and then there's also kind of a seat where I imagine it's for people who do the facial. I've never done a facial, so I'm sorry if I'm screwing that part up. Anyway, she's like, we got another client. Are you here for the massage or the facial?
The facial.
Oh, all right. Well, come. Well, I'll be setting you up over here. And she's like, that other guy was really had a lot of kinks that I needed to get out, as she's starting you up on the service. What do you say?
Okay. I pretty much just don't talk. I let her do her thing, but I'm before she starts and stuff, I'm really trying to look around and everything.
All right, roll me a perception check. Okay, let's see. So, the room contains the massage table, and it's sorry, I'm just looking at your perception score. So the room contains the massage table. There's also bottles of perfume stored under the table that you notice, and they have the same logo that you found on one of the bottles of perfume from the Dead 3 that you fought before. And then what else did you see? Let's see what else you see. Yeah, you see the bottles of perfume, and but you don't see any windows on this area in particular. So it's very it's kind of not symmetric, if that makes sense. If the rooms are apart from each other, in opposite ends, there should be a window on this one as well, but there's not.
Okay.
So so she is that the only thing you're gonna do here?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. Are you gonna talk to her at all? Just keep it quiet throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, I'd probably keep it quiet.
She's very talkative. She starts talking about things that are going on in Baldur's Gate. She's like, did you hear, even though you're not talking, she's like, did you hear about the new marshal, the Arab Order? like, wow, like she just came in and just took charge. Like the you know, she's gonna be the new. I bet she's gonna be the new Duke in no time. And she, you know, she's like finishing up your service, and he's like, wow, you really are the quiet type, aren't you? And she just kind of like, you know, starts putting her things away as she's done. What do you do?
I just kind of I keep quiet and I just end up I probably end up leaving.
All right. So do you guys stay in the bathhouse or do you head out?
I'm gonna head out for now.
All right.
Pretty sure I found what I came to find.
All right. So Rika, as people are doing all this and starting to head out, you notice that they're starting to kind of walk into the courtyard. Kalia, Daniel, and Zan, and they, you know, they're fully clothed, I may add, and they look very relaxed. Claudius, you also look that they just came into the courtyard. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna go head over to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably tell them that I didn't find anything in my room. There wasn't, like, there should be a window there, but there wasn't anything, so I don't know if maybe there's a secret passageway or something like that.
I'll tell everybody what I found, and then suggest that maybe we find a room to rent or something, and hang out. You know, for the day, and then maybe tonight try and keep an eye on things, or maybe try and sneak back in or something like that.
Sounds like a good.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a good plan. All right, so I'm gonna say you guys found because there's besides shops, there's a couple of like restaurants around there you could hit. So presumably you went to grab lunch somewhere and you like stuck around and stayed there, kind of like casing the place and seeing people coming in and out. But it's mostly been just clients. And we're gonna leave it here. We'll see. We'll delve into the bathhouse for next time.
Alrighty.
Awesome.
Alright.
Alright, I need to dip out and I need to go to bed. Sorry I've been quiet. I've been pretty much falling asleep for the last half hour.
No, don't worry. Sorry for the lateness. Anyway, we'll continue next time. And for like next Friday. So I'll see you all later. Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye.